Welcome to the Camera Shy podcast. Today we have Emmy.
Hi.
Friend of the studio, friend of us, lovely person, probably the loveliest person in the world.
Oh, thank you.
You are the best.
Yeah. She's been doing a shoot with Ellie today.
Yes.
They've been smashing it. I've been
Yes.
hearing nothing but laughter from the
really serious.
the photo area. It's been good. So how are you doing?
Good. Yes, I've had a cracking day. It's very good.
So you're an actress, singer,
Yes.
multi-talented, everything.
Well, it depends on what you think is multi-talented. I'm not going to say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do singing, dancing, acting.
Cool. And there's a job you're doing soon, which is why we got this in now,
Yes.
because you're off.
To the Polar Express.
That's so cool.
In Norfolk, which is
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
In
So
Norfolk. In Norfolk. Sounds like it should be like in Iceland.
Yeah.
In
Well,
Norfolk.
they've got loads. They've got different ones around. I think there's one in America. There's a big one. There's different ones. So,
Is it based on the animated film?
yes.
Oh.
Yes, it is. Which is great.
Right.
Have you been to
I
visit
have
it and seen it all? And
What, the train station?
I don't know where you're gonna go. Where are you gonna
So
work?
it's going to be around Dereham, which is just near Norfolk.
I haven't seen Polar Express, to be fair, so I don't actually know what it is.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, if you only saw The Grinch like a couple of...
Yeah.
Was it a year
I
ago?
am pretty useless.
Yeah.
We worked this one
Getting
out.
into Christmas
Sad.
films like very slowly.
Yeah. I've watched Home Alone 400 times, but
Well, there
that's
you
as
go.
far as I
Oh.
go. Yeah.
So your quota's up there, but
Yeah.
like variety wise.
Yeah. I've seen the good ones.
Yeah.
Movies isn't
Grinch
my
is
strong
good.
point.
Isn't the
Like
animation of the kids a little bit weird though in Polar Express?
Oh, yeah.
That always freaked me out.
Yeah. I think it's really cleverly done, the way they went about it. I'm pretty certain it's mocap.
Yeah.
But they were a little bit funky in places, which
Yeah.
is some bits where
Like, I
their
think
faces
the
were a bit...
teeth and the smiling.
Yeah,
and stuff.
the teeth was a bit creepy.
Yeah.
I think that's
You're
why I
not
didn't
selling
watch
it to me, I won't lie.
Well, I didn't watch it until recent years.
And
Before I got
is
the
it right
job.
that Tom Hanks is multiple characters in it?
Yes.
Yes.
Almost every character, he's brilliant.
What
And
one's
in
Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks, like Woody. There's a spade? No, not spade. Was it?
There's a spade
spade.
in my shed.
There's a... What is it? Snake in my boot, that guy. Woody.
Tom Hanks. Castaway. Wilson.
Oh,
Sunny.
yeah. Oh, he
Forrest
does.
Gump.
Forrest Gump, yeah.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
I think I get him confused
Amazing.
with Bruce Willis.
how? Because they're just old American people.
Yeah.
Wow, that's racist.
Did
Let's
they
not
have
start
similar
that.
voices?
Forrest Gump is racist.
I don't know. Don't know.
Oh, yeah, bring back the
Actors
other
just kind of
podcast.
merge in my head. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but he was nearly all the characters. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, in the credits, they actually split up his name. So rather than just having Tom Hanks, Tom Hanks, Tom Hanks, Tom Hanks, they split it up a bit. So it wasn't as obvious. You'd have
really
like
just-
Hobo, and then you'd have the conductor, and then you'd have whoever else. And
I only really remember the hobo and the conductor, because the
Yes.
conductor looks exactly like him. The hobo is
Yes.
a little bit
Yeah.
strange, and then Santa as well. I think is that right?
yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain he did also do. I think he did the dad as well.
Right.
Pretty certain. I think he did some. I think it was two other people.
It's just
potentially.
showing off, isn't it? Really?
Don't know.
Yeah. Thing is, though,
Made money for that film.
yeah, like
Yeah.
paid for
Bills to
20
pay.
different roles.
I'd lose track.
Who is your
Yeah.
favourite actor? Talking of good actors, he's up there.
Favorite
isn't he?
actor.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or are you
I've
like none of them? None of them.
No, I think they're all so good in their own right.
Can I guess?
Yeah, go on.
I feel like, fuck, what's her name?
I think
Hermione.
you're right on her. Oh
Emma No.
Emma Watson.
No.
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 I like Emma Thompson, who does like Nanny McPhee and...
Oh,
Oh,
That's
yeah.
more
I think she's a
along the lines of
beautiful
what I was
actress.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I love period dramas and things like that. I'd love to be in a period drama. But I like... but I wish there was something like Bridgerton-esque that comes out.
You're,
Something like that I would love.
reading my mind
I would
because I was
love.
just like, Bridgerton would be awesome because
Yes.
it's like a modern thing. where-
Twist. Yeah. It has the modern music as well, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
they
But
mash up
classically,
and
yeah,
do it
yeah.
in classical way.
It's good.
It's really cool.
Another one I haven't seen.
You haven't seen that one? I'm going to have to
Yeah.
write a list
What,
of all the
Bridgerton?
ones that you need to watch. Yeah.
No.
How are you doing with the list of films that I gave you when you started? 3 years ago, people.
I've watched 3. I checked this list the other day because I was going through it.
You lost it at one point, didn't you? And had to rebuild it, I think.
No,
No?
I had it.
Okay.
Well, I might have done. I don't remember.
She might have
But Coral was around and we were like, yeah, let's watch a film. I went through all these films and she didn't watch a single one. She didn't want to watch a single one. And then we ended up watching Top Boy.
Oh, well.
And then it was shit. Like
That one.
the series, the gangster, the
Oh, right.
London-
Okay, yes.
we started watching
Yeah.
that, which was pointless because we didn't watch it.
Ashley and Kano.
Yeah, no.
Isn't it?
I think the hardest thing about watching films is deciding the film because you could tell me it's a great film, but if I scroll past one that I've already seen and I want to watch that more, then I'm not going to try and invest in a new film.
You'd rather
Hunger Games.
watch a film that you know is good
Yeah,
than invest in a
New
film that you are not sure about.
yeah, that's my problem.
Interesting.
That's why I never get around to watching new films. I just watch the same thing over
Certain
and over.
films, I find, have like a... You know when they're split up, like Pulp Fiction, they
Yeah.
got the storylines, Cloud Atlas,
Mm-hmm.
all those. Sorry, this is going to throw you straight away. I've just named 2 films and you're like... Nope.
I've seen half of Pulp Fiction. I haven't
Oh,
finished
okay.
it.
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
finished it yet. I don't remember it either.
Yeah. So like
Good dance.
any film that has like multiple storylines that either tie in at the end or whatever it is, those Forrest Gump's another one because there's all these bits you can just like turn it on. You're halfway through it because there's
Start
like
watching
mini
it from there.
stories.
Yeah.
Just start watching it from
Yeah, I know
there.
what
Yeah.
you mean.
And then sometimes I don't even remember what comes next,
No.
which is always a good thing. Like, you don't know how long you got left of the film, but yeah.
No.
Other than Bridgerton, what would you ideally be in?
Ideally be in.
Yeah.
I'd love to be in a horror. I love horror movies.
You'd be so good in
I
horror.
would love to do a horror. I feel like whenever I'm flicking through Netflix, I'll go into all the horror and thriller and psychological section. Like one that has like one of those really big twists in it.
Yeah.
With, like psychological dramas and things. I think are really cool. Like ones on moors and things. With like
Who's
mist.
who's the guy that did Get Out? Like, his
Oh,
films I really like.
Daniel Cano.
Oh, that's the actor. The director is Jordan Peele,
Yes, I think so.
one of them guys.
Sat
Yeah.
next to the Get Out guy.
I like that
Oh
one.
yeah,
Did you?
Yeah, I was at the Yusuf Days concert the other week. He like walked into his booth. We're in this tiny little booth. Don't know if you sat in the Royal Albert Hall booths, but they
No.
are tiny. Can't even fit your legs in. Sitting there, and then there's like a border to the next one, and I was like leaning my arm there, and he walks in and put his arm there as well, and I was like, "Who's this guy?"
you had to fight him for the
I had
armrest.
to fight him for the thing. We were both on there. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I was like, I was here first, and then Dan looked over and he's like, "That's." And I'm looking over and he like Googles him and he shows me and I'm like, "Is it him?" Like we were trying to work it out and he was like, "No, it's not
He's
him.
like, "Is
It's
this
not
you?"
him." Yeah. And then
You him?
afterwards, Yusuf Days posted a picture of him and the other guy that Dan thought it was, who is Giggs's manager.
Oh right.
Right.
So
Oh what? And he'd recognise Giggs' manager.
yeah, I think so. But he's
Oh,
also
he's
an
good at
actor
spot.
in
Oh,
other
okay.
things.
Oh.
Someone else said, "Oh no, it's Gig, the skincare people that in." Anyway, yeah. So I was actually
amazing.
rubbing elbows with stars.
That's
Literally.
crazy.
Literally.
I've seen people walking around, but I've never approached them or sat near them. Like I saw Matt Smith once, and it was on a school trip.
Is that the one show guy?
No, it's the Doctor. You know the guy that plays the Doctor, or was he on the one show? I don't know.
Oh,
The one that plays
the one after the good
11th
one.
Doctor. Do you mean
None
after
of them are good.
David
Tennant?
Tennant. Yeah.
That is my favourite.
I have a thing
Same.
about the people that do the Doctor. They're weird looking. That's why they're picked. And
Yeah.
then
It's a
when they
particular
do
type.
it, yeah,
It's a particular
yeah,
type.
it's a particular type. And
Yeah.
then
I wasn't a
if
Matt
they've
Smith
been a
doctor.
doctor, I can't get with them for
Really?
the rest of their careers. Yep.
Ah.
Yeah, David Tennant, can't get with him. No,
Oh, I
he's
love-
done
see, I
like
love
loads
David
of films I like, but
Yeah.
no.
I love David Tennant because of Doctor Who. I think he was the best Doctor. I
think
need to
he was as well.
rewatch Doctor Who. It's something I
loved-
really would like to do.
What was the third Doctor and the fourth Doctor as well?
Of the new one,
Of the old
Oh,
Doctor
well, the
Who's.
old
The
Doctor
old
Who.
Doctor Who's. So
Right.
Peter...
Were you
Is
alive?
it Pertwee?
Were you alive?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't. Was I alive?
No, they were
I
in the
wasn't.
70s
I
or
wasn't in
something.
the world yet. However, my dad did have a huge collection of them in a big chest. So we had this
Oh.
huge chest, and it would have loads of DVDs, CDs.
I don't
My
even know
dad's
the
a
Doctor
massive,
before
like-
David Tennant.
Did you not?
No, I don't
But
know.
no
it's
wonder you
good.
like horror, because those are supposed to be
Yes.
like kid horror, aren't they?
I'll tell you
Well,
what, but
you
I
look back
like
on them now, they're not
something.
great.
I watch it and I don't invest in anything else.
What, you just like...
I literally just
Fixate
watched
on
David
this one
Tennant's
bit.
and then I stopped. And that was it.
Oh,
That was
I mean, at the time it was good, and when
At
you
least
see
you-
people come out the sea,
At
you're
least
like,
you
"Ooh."
know that your favourite Doctor's going to get written out, because that's the
Yes.
whole thing, right?
Yes.
And then someone else comes and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I'm not going to watch. But like
Yeah.
The Witcher, for instance, they got rid of Thingy.
Yes.
I'm not going to watch it now.
No,
Huh?
I'm really sad.
Hmm.
I think I mean I like, who is it? It was
When do you get the
What's his
time
name?
to watch all these things?
do you not just sit in the evening and boop, boop, boop,
No.
and just watch it?
I
You're missing
don't.
out.
I can't.
I feed squirrels.
I actually do just feed the squirrels.
You with your camera, which is like, here's me doing this, and there's the squirrels, and then here's me doing this, and oh, there's some more squirrels. I was like,
Yeah, my whole camera was squirrels. Oh well.
It's good
Aw.
pastime. I like it. I like hearing the updates, the names.
The names?
name them. It's like Veruca Salt, isn't it? When you
Oh,
talk about squirrels.
dear. Every now and then I name them. There are getting too many now to name.
Oh.
Yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah.
They know you as you appear.
They
with your
actually
rustling
do.
bag.
I
They try
walk
them.
in and they all just run.
They still.
Oh, you
they-
not scared?
No, they're adorable.
I'd be like, ah!
Literally yesterday, I think there was 5 around me at one time, like all asking for nuts at the same time, and I was like, "This is overwhelming."
That sounds like a nightmare.
Wait
I'm
your
gonna
turn.
Cry.
Wait your
Oh.
time.
No, they're so much fun. I
I'm
love
scared
it.
of being like bitten by
Oh,
things.
you've had it already? But on the finger.
Oh no, see, I'd be done now.
An
I'd be
uncalled.
like, oh no, no nuts for you.
It
What's
didn't
his
draw
name?
blood. It didn't draw blood, but it thought my finger was a nut. So I was
Yeah.
feeding him a
'Cause
nut,
it would
and
have
then
the
he
nut
went for
flavour
that
on
rather than yeah.
From the bag.
And
No.
it did hurt a little bit,
Made my
but
finger tingle.
Yeah.
it was funny. I filmed it.
Have you ever
Video.
had guinea pigs or hamsters or anything like that?
So I didn't own one, but I had one fateful day
And
with.
you've been bitten. Yeah.
Yes, I did, and I almost gave it brain damage by an accident. By
To
an
get it off,
accident.
like, dropped it.
Well, I tried to get it off. It was in a very small. Okay, so my brother, when he was at school, had a school hamster pet that they kept in the classroom,
Oh, right, yeah.
and it was called something really dumb, like caramel fudge cake or salted caramel drizzle or something. And because we weren't allowed pets really, we'd only just got a puppy. So my dad was like, "Yep, you can have a puppy. It's either puppy or holiday." And we were like, "Puppy." And,
Right.
yeah. So
Not thinking ahead.
no. So we, when my brother said, "Oh, I've got this little rodenty thing I'm bringing home," I was like, "Oh, cool, another pet for like a weekend. You just literally have it for the weekend, and then it
Yeah.
gets shipped off to the other snotty child in the class."
Poor hamster.
Poor hamster, completely triggered. So it comes to our home, and it's in a relatively small cage. It's kind of only like pea big. And my brother would feed it, my mum would feed it, and I asked if I could feed it.
Right.
And my brother's like, "Oh no, be careful." I was like, "No, I will. You know, I'm older than you." So I put my hand in, and I'm a little bit nervous because I'm scared of being bitten by things. And I put all the kind of nuts and jubbly things on my fingers. And it was quite cute at first. I'm like, "Oh, you're not that bad." And then one of the little crummy bits dropped in between my
Oh,
finger.
Yeah.
And it
I know that
bit
feeling.
through the top of my little finger and didn't get off. You know when you lift them up and they don't get off? So I started panicking. I'm like, and as I'm doing it, it's like bang, 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 bang.
Oh, because
It did then let go because, of course, it was like trying to save
Yeah.
its life.
Oh my god.
And no one knows to this day. So there you go. Congrats.
No one knows.
No one knows. Well, my family know, but we just
Now
gave it
they
back.
know.
So the poor next
Yeah.
child probably was like, "Why is it stupid?"
Yeah.
Just not working.
I think I buried my hamster alive. If that helps.
Did you?
Because
Yeah.
they hibernate.
that?
Everyone says that, don't they?
Yeah, they go into
Yeah.
hibernation.
We put ours in the
Oh.
bin, and then the heat from the bin brought it back to life. Yeah, we weren't a burial family. Well, we did for the cat, but not for the hamster.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
mean,
I've
we
never
haven't
buried
had
any.
much.
My
luck
mum
with
says to this
hamsters.
day, anytime you mention a hamster, she's like, "Don't bury them."
My mum
Don't
does
bury
too.
them now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
We had loads of hamsters in my first house when I was only little, but my cats
Aw.
would literally tear them apart and leave legs by the
Oh
door,
my
head by the back
God.
door, body in the
That
middle of
is
the lounge.
horrific.
That happened so many times, and we had 3 different Scoobies. Like the hamster was called Scooby. And we had Scooby number 1, Scooby number 2, Scooby number 3. Just kept renaming them because the cat kept tearing them apart.
Scooby-Doo.
And then I had
Scooby-Doo.
Splodge. And poor little Splodge.
He didn't survive.
He went into hibernation. He went very cold. Mum went, "Oh, your
Well, he
hamster's
survived
dead."
the cats. That's a good thing.
Oh yeah, no, my cats were fine by then.
Just to be
It was
buried.
PG. He was a nightmare. He'd always rip them up.
Aww.
And yeah, and she went, right, okay, we'll bury him in the garden. So we buried him in the garden. And then I think literally like a few months later, we found out that they go into hibernation. They just go cold and don't move. And we're like,
Oh. Yeah, too late now.
well, he's in hibernation in the garden now. So
Yeah.
Oh.
poor little thing. He
What
could
was
be
it?
still alive.
What's it called? Splodge.
Splodge.
Oh, poor
He had a
Splodge.
splodge on his back. Splodge of white. And he was so cute.
R.I.P.
Hamsters
Splodge.
are really cute.
The logic of
They aren't going to
naming.
bite you.
Yeah,
I had
it's not nice.
a hamster bit my toe and it made it bleed and it really hurt.
That thing would have been booted across the room. The moment that bit down on my trotter,
The
that'd
thing
be
is,
gone.
like, the distance between their teeth isn't much to like get out. They've really got to open to release you. And you're like, release me,
bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
release the emperor.
It was
Poor-
my
poor
friend's
guy.
it was my friend's hamster and I don't know why I put my toe near it. Don't remember why. Or yeah, I don't know.
That
But
is
I remember it biting.
That's
It
the
fucking
most
hurt.
carroty thing that you could put in front of it, isn't it?
I don't know why I've
A
got
little toe.
yeah, maybe I have a thing with rodents. Like
Yeah.
I like feeding the rodents, putting my
Toe in the
toe-
rodents.
Yeah.
toe near the rodents, burying them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had so many rabbits as well that just got
Aw.
killed.
See, rabbits are cute. The big floppy ones.
I think
that
they're
have the big
annoying.
ears.
I don't like things that don't give me
Oh.
attention, like animal wise. If you're not,
And you like cats.
I was gonna say because
my cats literally are obsessed with me.
Oh, I don't like cats.
If they're, that's why me and Chewy never used to really get on. But now he's starting to really like love being
Yeah.
cuddled and stuff. Vespa's obsessed. Like she just wants cuddles all the time. And that's why like dogs annoy me sometimes because
Yeah, I
if they
can't-
don't come over to me and just want my attention, then go away. I don't want
Oh, so an offish dog, you'd be like,
Yeah, if a dog chooses someone else, I'm like,
what you see?
chooses me. My sister's dog. I love
Best
my
friends.
sister's dog because he chooses me.
Yeah.
Same
It is
with, same with my
it is
nephew.
a bit of a popularity competition,
Yeah,
isn't it? Like
yeah.
people try and play it cool and they're like,
Yeah,
and the dog comes over and they're like,
yeah,
it's
exactly.
chosen me.
See,
My cats chose Coral the other
Hands
day.
covered in liver. Just like, I wonder why they like me so much.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like cats that are like dogs. I had a friend once that
Mm.
their cat acted like a dog. I was like, I like you. But any of the other cats, I didn't like her cats. They were. There was one that was really aggressive, and you go to walk past and she'd be like, I was like, oh, you
Yeah.
have to tell me twice as fine. I'd be gone.
Yeah.
See,
I'm
that
absolutely
that
not.
draws me closer to cats because I'm like, no, it's fine. Because then I turn into cat whisperer.
No,
and
then I
Put
can
your
just
toe near the
imagine,
cat, like,
No,
like
I'm
you're
like-
bringing this cat in and the claws are coming out. It's
No, they
pushing
always
against
trust
you.
me. It's you just got to read cats. I think that's why people don't like them because they take more effort. Dogs are
Wow.
easy. Dogs are easy animals
easy
because
animals.
they
Yeah.
do just
More
they do
patient.
just
Yeah.
choose
Than me.
you and like you if they.
I get impatient
feed
with
them.
dogs, so yeah, that's bad, isn't it?
I
What
think-
am I going to be?
What would do?
I get impatient with dogs if they don't do dog thing. If they're not normal dogs, because we don't
They're
have a
not a
normal
dog.
dog. We don't have a normal dog. It's Chihuahua. So already,
Aw.
like, take it down the pub, and you'll have like lawsuits on your hands because it's bitten so many people. Yeah, awful. Like
Little
he's chilled
man's
out a little bit now.
I think you need a spaniel. You'd suit a
Spaniel.
spaniel,
Oh, yeah,
just
you
a
could
really
suit a spaniel.
relaxed.
I wanted like a Rottweiler, like a big manly, like pull away dog, walk
You
it
got
low.
No,
Chihuahua.
because then you'll have a lawsuit.
But he's Rottweiler colours, so we call him
Ah.
Ratweiler.
Oh, there you
need
go.
I think you need like a. It's not a cocker spaniel. It's the other ones. You know the grey and black ones that you get.
King Charles Cavalier.
No.
They got floppy, like big droopy
Yeah,
ears.
big
and sad
droopy ears.
faces.
Yeah, you see one of
Basset
those.
hounds.
They're always like
Basset
the.
hound, yeah.
Basset
Is it
hound.
that?
No.
Sausage
The black
dog?
and they're like spaniels, but not spaniels.
Oh.
I don't know. But you see
Yeah,
one of
which one
those
are
because they're always the best temperament, and then they're great pub dogs.
Oh.
Yeah,
pub
pub
dogs.
dog would be good.
Yeah.
But I don't really go to the pub.
True.
I want a pug really badly.
Yeah, they're
Pug.
cute.
I really badly.
Get
I actually
out.
have. No. I mean, have you seen the pug cafes in London? Oh, you can go I know. I will take you.
I'm
I
losing
promise. When
respect.
you come back from
I'm losing
travelling,
respect.
we're
I'm
going to
losing
go
respect.
to London and see.
Quick, get the banana chart out before I lose respect.
Yeah.
But you can go and like sit and have tea or like mocktails and cocktails and things with little pugs.
Yeah.
I want to go really
That's a big
badly.
thing,
They're
isn't
the
it?
worst
Cat
dogs.
cafes, dog cafes, dog yoga.
I'd
Have
love
you
to go.
done-
To
I would
dog
love to
yoga.
go dog yoga.
Yoga, even not Yoda.
I'd love to go dog yoga.
Would you go?
Like-
Yeah.
Oh my god, then.
Yeah.
Obviously, be prepared to not do any yoga.
Yeah.
Because
No.
like as
Just
soon as
sit
you
with
put
puppies for an
your
hour.
face down on the ground, then you're gonna be like, "It's chosen me."
You just
Yeah.
sit for the rest of the session.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your Zen place.
There's a cat cafe around the corner from here, and they do cat yoga every now and then.
Oh no, but then their claws come out when they're, and then they.
No,
do that
they're all
needy
really
thing.
friendly. They're all
But they
really friendly.
need.
They have Sphinx cats there as well.
The bald ones.
Are they the ball one? Oh no.
Emmy!
No, because
See
when
my
you touch
respect.
them,
It started here at the start of this podcast. It's going like this.
Wait till the
It's going,
banana chart.
you like pugs and you don't like cats. It's going
No,
down.
but their skin is all like,
Yeah.
and they're like they're inside out. And then when you stroke them,
No,
their
they're not.
skin all
They're not
rocks up.
furry.
Oh, I've never
inside.
stroked one.
No, but they look. Not that they are, that they look like someone's gone whoop and like stitched it back up, and it's the wrong way around.
I think
But
they're really
they
cute.
also they get a little
They
bit.
look
like,
really like
pimply.
Dobby. I don't know why you would
They
like
do.
them.
They don't look like Dobby.
do.
They
I
don't.
I prefer Dobby over a.
The most
Sphinx
Dobbyist
cat.
animal that I could think of right now. Bald,
Oh, yeah.
big ears.
No.
Oh yeah.
They don't
Master
look like Dobby.
gave me a sock. Like it
No!
was-
I hate Dobby, by the way. He's like my biggest fear.
Yeah.
Respect going down to the banana chart.
Both of you just
Yeah.
on the ski slopes of respect.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Went from laughing in the shoot. to
Let's get
killing
some
each other.
let's get some respect back with the banana chart then.
Go on.
Oh,
Da-da-da.
dear. I haven't
I
got
thought this
tape.
is the right way to have a banana, by the way. So
I always say
Get
when I look at
fruit
that,
flies.
you just know that you pick it up by the stalk and then it's just going to drop. It's going to like unravel itself. It's not. It's just like I'm off.
I'm off.
I've had
bye.
enough. Doodle-doo.
Cool,
Um,
that
It
is
just
one
gloops
neon
away.
banana.
Yeah, it's pretty neon. Right, Emmy, do the honours. Where are you
Okay.
on the banana scale?
I mean, that one's disgusting. That's
We're kicking you
sinful.
off if you're anywhere under here.
No, I think that's grim.
Good. Correct answer.
I'd probably be here. I think this is a bit too ripe. I say that's a little bit too. Are you not? I swear, if they're a little bit too ripe, you're not supposed to eat them as well.
Yeah.
Ah, there
I
you
think
go.
that
So
is
safety
too-
measure.
that
I,
is
would,
too
I
much.
wouldn't eat
If
a
you
one.
pick this, you're wrong.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
I
eat
would
one
say
either.
here, and
Good.
even that's kind of pushing it really. Oh wait, oh no, it has got some green. Green.
Yeah,
Green, to
well,
be fair.
I don't know because I think that is just a bit too much yellow. I think it has to have green on either end.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
fair
mean?
enough. That's where it's like prime ripe, isn't it?
Are you saying you're number 3?
I would say number 3.
Wow.
I think anything above looks
Doing
a bit
well.
biohazard, and
See-
anything down there looks like charcoal. It's great.
Emre can't make his bloody mind up. He's not on
Why?
the.
Oh,
'cause
he's here as
He
well.
started here,
Wrong.
28 for, so that was April, and now
Yeah.
he's up here. Would you eat? Yeah, where are you? Are you on this level? Or are you on that level?
What would I eat it exactly like that?
Or, like
Or are you in
here?
between 3 and 4?
Ooh.
You can
No.
be in between.
I'm more this, so I'd say like on this little bit here.
Beautiful. Next
There you
time.
go.
Have I gone up in your estimation?
Yeah,
Ellie's
you're
up
back.
there.
He's
Up.
like, "Woo!"
I mean, yeah.
He's like, I mean, no, but
I mean, it would help if you like cats.
I don't. I don't think I'll ever be a cat person. I like dogs too much. I like pugs too much.
Yeah.
She's about to throw my name off the board.
What animal would you be if you could be an animal?
Oh, okay. So either an elephant. 'Cause I love
Right.
elephants.
Okay.
Or
Expect that one.
African or Indian?
is it the Africans that
They have the bigger ears.
That have bigger ears. So the Indian elephant that has smaller ears.
Okay.
Because they have cute little. And then what other thing? Yeah. What's the little? It's like that thing.
I'm
What's
gonna
it
make
called?
a reel out of all of your noises.
Perfect. Amazing. I talk with my hands. I'm trying really hard not to punch this in the face.
Oh, we had
Really
a girl at school
hard.
who was like fully, like only spoke with their hands. And then by the end of like the school year, everyone spoke with their hands because it was very
Yes.
contagious.
I do it all the time at work as well. The amount of times when you whack someone in the face.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Try to think of the other animal.
What was that?
What is it called? It's really, really cute.
Meerkat.
The one with the big bush babies.
Bush babies.
They're like big fat with that.
You would be a
Wow.
bush baby. Yeah,
I
you
love
give me
them. I
bush
think they're
baby
really
vibes.
cute.
Yeah.
They're very, very cute.
Who's in sugar gliders? They're
Yes,
also
the one with
cute,
the
and they
yes.
fly. Bit like
They go
bush
on your hands
babies,
as well.
but yeah,
They
yeah.
jump to your hands and they're like, shoop.
Yeah.
It's
Have
crazy.
you? I have seen a clip where somebody threw his bush baby up in the air and a hawk just goes.
No.
Yeah.
Oh. See, there you go. If you want an acting tip, if you think of that, when you'll be sad,
Yeah.
bush baby, gone. Sadness, cries,
Mm.
looks at camera, tears.
I'll just laugh.
End scene. and laugh.
I saw a video the other day
Evil.
of a Komodo dragon eating a goat whole,
What?
and I thought it was
Oh,
hilarious.
I think I saw that actually.
I thought it was so funny.
Alive as well.
Absolutely, yeah. The goat was
Yeah.
It's
whole
going
and
like
alive, and
ah.
it was
Was this a while
it was
ago?
barring in the stomach and everything. And
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah, it was. I think it was an old video. I don't know, but it came up on TikTok, and I thought it was
Stomach.
absolutely hilarious. And then I sent it to my family group chat because my sister has goats, like pet goats. So I thought, yeah, I'll send it to her because she'll find it funny. And then she went
not.
fuming at me.
Yeah.
Mum texted me privately saying,
Why
"Get rid
would
of
you?
that video! Like, don't you dare send stuff on that on the family group chat." And I was cracking up. I didn't
Aw.
delete it. I thought it was really
Have you
funny.
seen the one of the chimpanzee that grabs a seagull?
That video
No.
is so bad.
That's really bad.
That's
isn't it?
really bad. Yeah.
That's a seagull.
So
What's it
like
do
it's
to it?
on the top of a thing, and people are
In
like,
a
"Oh,
zoo.
look, chimpanzee's trying to get one of the seagulls." He gets a seagull,
Oh,
and
is it
then
absolutely ring it?
proceeds to like hit it,
Whacks
like-
it like
and-
that.
and you're just like,
Chimpanzees are
"Oh, no.
aggressive.
Oh no! Yeah,
Yeah, that
God.
video is awful. It's
Yeah,
like really eerie, isn't it?
Mm.
Not nice.
yeah.
Don't
It's
like
like
You earlier,
it's
wasn't
like
it,
the
chimpanzees?
chimpanzee would look at you afterwards and be like,
Yeah, tell your
you're
story about
next."
your chimpanzee experience. Well, not
Oh yeah,
yours,
so it's not technically mine. So my mum used to work at Whipsnade Zoo. So for the longest time when I was little, I was like, I want to be a zookeeper, and then it was I want to be a ballet dancer, and then it's whatever this is.
Yeah.
And so for ages I was like, I want to be a zookeeper because Mum worked with the elephants and the chimpanzees.
Right.
And times have changed now where Peter would have an absolute field day. However, back when my mum was working at the zoo, she actually was able to take a baby chimp home.
No way.
Because it was rejected by its mum.
And then you need
So,
to look after it.
you need
Like
to look
people
after
go
it.
home from the zoo.
Exactly.
You can't stay there overnight.
No, so she
Amazing.
used to take it home with her, and she would pop it in little nappies and have bottle feed.
Like you see in
The-
documentaries.
Yes, like you see in documentaries, and I, for the longest time, I was like, no, she's pulling my leg. She was not pulling my leg.
Pictures.
She has pictures and videos, and it's incredible. Like, and she also had a little wallaby as well that she told me about a tennis story where she went. It was either badminton or tennis, and
That's my dream.
she had it in one of these really big, kind of zipper bags with the zip slightly open, and it was taking a nap, and it
Right.
woke up, and partway through badminton it started bouncing in the bag. So all the men on the court were like, "Did you see the bag move?" And Mum's like, "No, she, no, the bag
She
moved."
kept it a secret as a joke.
As a joke. She's
Oh right,
like, "No,
okay.
it didn't
I was going to
move."
say just in case she was
No,
like,
no,
I
she
don't
was
want to
allowed
get in trouble for
Sorry,
this.
Mum. No, I'm joking. No, she used to have the chimp and the little wallaby. I think it was. I think the wallaby was called Joey, and the chimp. I can't remember what the chimp was called.
Chimpy.
Joey
It
gets a,
wasn't, but that's a very good name for a chimp.
yeah.
But it was cute. It was
Joey
really
gets a piece in this podcast every single episode, doesn't he? Every time
Oh
I think Joe,
yeah, there you go.
he just gets a little slice every time.
I miss Joey.
Yeah,
He was
me
so
too.
funny.
Actually, it's been a long time.
He's
Anyway.
Great vibes.
Yeah.
He's having a great time at the moment though.
Yeah, he's got a boyfriend.
Touring
He's living
around.
his
Yeah,
life.
that was really cute.
I think
saw that.
his boyfriend's either here or he's in Canada with his
Yeah.
boyfriend. or
Canada.
something,
Yeah. I saw a thing with him in Canada. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like I skipped a whole chapter from
Yeah.
him not having a boyfriend, then suddenly had a.
I've had a question that I wanted to ask. So like
Oh no, go on.
when two actors are acting together.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So like do you like out-act each other, or how does it work? Like
Well, as in
like
trying
as in
to
do
be
you
better
judge
than the
each
other
other
person.
in acting? Like
You
is it
can.
Basically,
Yeah.
if you're
It
acting with
depends.
someone and they're shit, is it really awkward? And what do you do in
Yeah.
that situation?
Yeah, so luckily this hasn't happened to me. I think it's
Yeah,
only happened
right.
once, and I'm not going to name names for obvious reasons. However, I was in a a scene with a partner that I hadn't worked with before, and it was a really gritty scene where I was like, right, I'm going to feel all the emotions as if it's happening in real life, like try and make it as realistic as possible. And when they did a serious face, they would pull
like a Zoolander or something.
It was just like, and it was the most weird, like, and it really put me off. So obviously I'm trying to act and be really realistic and basically nearly crying, and then I'm looking at them and just like as they're acting. It's really hard. I think if it's good
like
if you know someone.
like when a 3-year-old pretends to be mad.
Yes,
that's the
funny.
face they were pulling.
Yes. But they were doing really well, and then occasionally it was only they weren't doing it when they were acting. They were doing it when they were listening to me act. So they do their bit
and then put you off,
like, and then put me off. I was like, oh. But yeah,
Thanks.
I know. Thanks very much. Almost said the name then.
Thanks, Deirdre.
Thanks. Blah blah blah. So yeah, get the views up. It's alright. Imagine he's just like double tap. But no, he was lovely actually. He's a really nice guy. But he doesn't do it now. He's a boy.
Narrows it down.
Imagine they're watching and they're like, oh. Because I laughed part way through the scene a lot of the time, so we had to keep cutting.
More clues.
Because it was really hard. And then I try and, because I'm trying not to get off put by their like face.
Yeah.
I was then
Is it frustrating as well? Because you're putting everything into acting.
It's draining as well.
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing to do is when you get really into something and you're physically drained afterwards. So I remember we did, when I was during training, we did a small film called Underland. And it was to do with like a heroin addict sort of thing. So I was putting my absolute all into it. And you can make your stomach shake. Like, when you tense, you can make your stomach shake.
Yeah.
So I was doing that
Mine
to
does
cause
that when
myself...
I don't tense.
to cause myself like slight uncomfort, so that I could really feel like the pressure and things.
Right.
And we kept
so like
doing
making
this
yourself feel anxious kind of thing. Yeah.
And making myself feel uncomfortable and having that uncomfortable feeling. And because we kept doing take after take, I'd keep tensing, and then by the end of it I was so tired.
Yeah.
And I was like, they go, should we just do one more? I'm like, okay, let's go again then. Like, kind of tense.
Tensing.
Is that the thing with TV, or like when you're doing film and stuff, like the repetition and stuff? At least like if you're in a play, it's from start to finish, and you get through it. Whereas things just like one more for safety, because we do it as well, don't we? Like, just like we've got that was solid. I reckon just one more, and then
I did the exact same thing the other day. I think I was on a shoot. I don't remember where I did it, but I literally said, that was perfect, one more.
Yeah.
I was like, why the fuck did I say it was perfect? Clearly it wasn't it was at the window one.
Right.
And I think I just wanted him to do it like one more just for safety, but I said,
case.
that was perfect, let's do it again. I was like, why did I say that? Clearly it wasn't perfect.
The worst thing is when you get caught in a loop where the person just has to say one thing, they do it pretty much off the bat, and then you're like, we'll just do it one more time for safety, and then they do it, and then they mess up all the extra times, and then like 15-20 minutes down the line, you just got to be like, I think we got it in the first one, that's annoying. Let's just
same with voice acting.
And then they're just like, you've wasted 15 minutes of my life. You just maybe like if you had it.
It's the same with voice acting though, isn't it? When they're in the booths and they're like, can you say hey in 12, 15 different ways? Because we want to just hear how you say it. So you're like, hey. Like,
do you do like that?
What?
Like voice acting?
I'd love to. It's one of the things I'd really like to go into.
That's cool.
Yes, you've got to try. And then sometimes you think you've done it really well, which is the worst part. And then you do it again. And you're like, they go, no, can you do it with more of this? And you go, yeah. Da-da-da. No, more of that. Like, was I not doing more?
Yeah.
Like, it's really hard sometimes, especially when you're the one, because when you're acting or when you're voice acting, you think you're doing it a certain way, but sometimes you need to elevate it even more for it to come out.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when you do makeup for shoots, the makeup needs to be extra for it to show up.
Otherwise it's all whitewashed and
otherwise it doesn't
2D.
show up as much.
I did a self-tape audition, because a lot of them are self-tapes now since COVID, and it was for Vinted, so the clothing one. So I had this audition, and they asked if I had a home studio. I'm like, yep, yes I do. So my dad, who is very techie, and I'm not as techie, So thanks, Dad. He helped me set up everything because he used to work at the BBC, but in the sound department.
Oh, wow.
So he used to work with all the
Yeah.
So he's really good at that sort of thing. So he helped me, and we'd made like a makeshift dead sound studio with like different things over my head, and it looked ridiculous. And Dad said, right, go again. So I said, okay. So I say the lines again, and he's like, yeah, but do it different this time. I was like, I did. He's like,
With your dad
no.
as well?
Yeah, he was like, no. He was like, you need to try and act more surprised on this. Or I was like, oh, okay. So I do it again. He's like, it's not coming up. So he's like, listen to it. So we listened to it. I'm like, oh, no, you're right. I'm like, it's actually not showing up how I think it's coming across. So then when I did it more exaggerated and more breathy at times, adding in size.
Yeah, because you can imagine that it's doing extra in your voice, in your head, right?
Yeah.
And then it could just be the same.
It's really flat. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good to listen back and stuff like that.
Definitely,
That's pretty interesting that your dad was in the industry as well.
Yeah, I mean,
get your dad on.
He'd actually love to. He'd be like, oh. I mean, he's
dust off his microphone.
I know.
I'll bring my own.
He'd be like, I'll do it. Well, he and my mum met through theatre. So they met through.
And then they made you.
I know, literally, it's really sad.
Oh, that's so
and I think my
cute.
grandparents did as well.
Born
so I'm
on
pretty
the
certain
stage.
Well, I started in Amdram. So I was a part of the St Albans Musical Theatre Society, which was originally the St Albans Operatic Society back yonks ago when I was about 10.
But then would you have had to do opera when it was called the different thing?
No, so it was just, they did a lot of classical musicals.
Right.
So it was The Sound of Music and that sort of thing. Whereas now it's changed, and because we've got a lot more, they have a lot more younger people coming in and this, that and the other. And it's become more popular, I guess, amongst youngsters.
Twilight, the musical.
Twilight, the musical. But they've got, they have like Legally Blonde and various other more energetic ones that aren't just nuns singing an abbey and sort of thing. But they were fantastic, and that's where my parents, I'm pretty certain they met through there when they were younger. They both got leads, and they were playing opposite each other, and then they fell in love.
Or they're just really good actors.
Really good actors, it's all fake.
And they can't drop the act. They're like they're out acting each other. They're just like, no, I love you more.
That makes you more. Even more wholesome because your parents met through theatre as well, and then you're like double
literally
wholesome.
shot an actor baby out.
Yeah. Well, they're very cute. I mean, my dad had an agent when he was younger. He was going to do it more professionally, and then I can't remember what happened, but then he didn't have an agent. I think he left the agency or something. So when I got my agent, when I was looking for agents, Dad was like, you need to do this, 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 and this. I was like, okay, Dad.
That's so good that you had the guidance in it.
Yeah,
so
they're
Don't
very
make
supportive.
the mistakes that I made.
It is. They're
That's
very.
good.
I think they're quite good at being brutally honest. When I had my headshots, my first ever headshots done, I was baby, and I say this, it was like 3 years ago, but I had them done. I was in London. I was really nervous. I was like, oh god, these are going to represent me as an actress. I want them to be really good and really professional. And I went to the headshot box in London. So they're brilliant. They're fantastic. And I got all my headshots back, and Dad said, shall we sit down and look at them together? I thought, yes, Papa, we shall. So we all sit there, and when I say brutal, we're scrolling through on my laptop, and he's like, oh no, you look wonky there. Oh no, your eyes look a bit funny. I was like, Father, can we not just absolutely slate me, please? And then, of course, he comes through and be like, oh, you look beautiful in that one, Emmy, or you look great in this one, you know.
Yeah.
So, and
but
then
you've already ruined it.
He's already ruined it by saying I look wonky in one eye or something, you know. But it was good that he was, because I say, oh, I like this one. I said, yeah, but you're not there to look pretty. You're there to look marketable. So, you know, you can't just be a pretty face. You have to. I know, brutal.
Wow.
He was like, because if you're in the
as well
industry,
as like just crossing you out.
Literally.
Like, no.
Literally, he was very, very good at being like, nope. And then I was like, we are going to have to say yes to some. So can we get to some that you like, please?
Would your mum have been as brutal?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think because she's very much like, oh, she's my baby and they're all pretty and I want to print every single one and have them on the wall somewhere, you know. But I think she is in the sense of both my parents, when I went to training, said,
You could find out which one she liked the most by where she puts it in the house. A very long process to figure out which one, but
she always asks
like
me
be
to
like,
send them.
okay, she's put those two in the toilet, so no, not those.
The ones on the mantle, though, course,
Yeah.
stonking.
Yeah.
I mean, she's the they're both brilliant, and I owe a lot to both of them. I think they're very good with me, and also it's difficult having a creative child sometimes because their life isn't all mapped out like it would be if you go into something that's more.
Yeah, some families don't get it. Like,
no.
Like if you're not doing banking, insurance, or finance, banking is finance. If you're not doing recruitment, then those three things, or being a doctor, or something like that, then some people just don't get it.
No. I think the most, we were saying this earlier, weren't we? We were saying about what people say, and it's like, ugh, knife to the heart. I remember we had a party once, and they were friends of a friend's, and we were all sitting around the table, and I can't remember what came up. It was something to do with who has the least interesting job or something. And at the time, I'm going to say fun employed. So I was fun employed at the time, and but of course I was still an actress and still trying to do auditions.
Define fun employed?
So rather than saying unemployed and being sad about it was fun employed.
So you put an F
having a
in
good
front
time.
of
It's
it.
all right. It's all a good time, even though it wasn't
just
a good
stick an
time.
F in front of
It
it.
was fine.
That's going to be me the whole of next year.
Enjoy fun
This is what I call
employment.
like fun employment, because then it doesn't sound as horrible or scary. But
Yeah.
obviously I was still an actress and doing my bits. And we're all around the table, and we were going around everyone's jobs, and I joked, I was like, well, I'm fun employed. However, I'm an actress, so we'll put that one down. And they were like, yeah, but but I can actual job. I was like, that is my job. And they said, they were like, yeah, but that's like a hobby, isn't it? And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
ow. Because
That's like
people don't
saying
understand.
your camera takes good pictures to us, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but that's what we said earlier when we say, oh, yeah, but you just click things. I can do that. No, that's not what happens.
I
People
can
don't
do,
realise.
I can do that
times.
on an AI app or whatever.
Oh,
like
I
for
know.
Photoshop and stuff.
It's
Go
difficult,
on
isn't
then.
it?
Yeah, I've
Go
had
on
it,
then.
I've had it
It's
so
a
many
lot
times.
harder
about
than
it.
people
Yeah.
give credit for.
They're at the end of a shoot
know.
saying, your camera takes such great pictures.
No.
That hurts. Like,
The
yes.
effort that
Go
goes
on then.
into it.
So you
After
take
seeing you
Yeah.
literally
Just
like
hire my camera for a few
pretzel your
hours.
body to like
Yeah,
get the
exactly.
perfect shot.
And change all the like shutter speed and the
Yeah, I literally
everything.
turn into a snail every shoot, and it's the camera that does that. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. I'll leave it on the floor then. You can sort it out. Fuck
Yeah.
off.
No, it is hard. People don't get it really.
Yeah.
But then when you see, I feel like unless you're in a very big thing like on the screen, people go, "Wow, you're an actor." But if you do anything else more niche, like
Yeah.
I would absolutely love to go into games.
Yeah. Like
Voice act, mocap, everything.
Exactly. Yeah. You could be like the equivalent of Andy Serkis in like mocap, and then people would be like, "Sorry, what? What have I
So you
seen you
stick
in?" And you'd be like,
Ping pong balls to yourself. You're like,
Yeah.
no, it's not
Yeah.
it. Like people don't realise the work
that's a huge
that goes into it.
industry. Yeah.
Have you
would
met
love
any
to.
famous?
And voice acting for animations
Yes.
and stuff like that would be
Oh,
awesome.
dream. I'd love to do Disney, anything, really.
You would be so
You'd
good
be
at
great at
Disney.
Games.
Disney.
Like, I love
Yeah.
Did you see The Last of Us? Did you see the gameplay?
No, I haven't
I watched the
seen that.
gameplay about 3 different times. I'm really sad.
Wow.
With different streamers that were doing it, and I'm fixated on the way that they act through their
Yeah,
voice.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
so clever.
There's huge budgets for it now as well. Like
It's really clever.
all games and stuff. I don't really play games too much, but the storylines of it
Yeah,
are just huge.
story-based games.
Yeah.
I love them. They're very
If
good.
you could be anything else in the creative industry, what would you be?
Ooh.
It's one of Ellie's questions. Actually, I stole it.
Oh, was it?
You asked Joey it, and I always think it's a good question.
Oh yeah. I reckon you're gonna have the same answer as Joey.
Oh,
Do you think?
That's testing you on if you've boned up on the podcast. If you're
I do
one of
watch a
our
lot of them, to be
100.
She does. She watches them.
I'm really sad. I sit there. I'm like, oh, this died alive.
Ah.
Clicks. I think. I mean, I'd say like a photographer or something like that because I love how things come to life. But then that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And that's what Joey said as well.
yeah.
It is. Is it? Oh, brilliant. There you go, Joey. Something like that. I mean, I love modelling, but I took that up as more of a fun thing at first, and that was during the time of lockdown and things. I was like, do you know what? That might be fun. After lockdown lifted, I was like, oh, I'll do 1 or 2, and then I actually really loved it.
Yeah.
which then branches me to lovely new friends.
Yeah.
So good at it as well.
It's, oh, thank you.
You're really good at it.
But I think a photographer or something, it would have to be something really creative that I'm really, really passionate about. So probably photography, because I love how, like, watching you.
Just creating pictures.
Yeah, creating photos and how something, like when we
bringing
go
all
through
the concept together, like
Yeah, the
beforehand and stuff.
concepts. You
'Cause
go through
I've
the
never
concept,
been
they're
in,
incredible.
I've never done like that kind of stuff, so I'm
You
always
know.
in awe when like
Yeah.
Ellie does that. Like I don't even do it
It's
for
insane.
videos. I'm just like white background, speak, talk to me. I'll fix it and edit.
Yeah.
Like,
I love it. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say something like, you know how nowadays they've got all the what are they called? When you go on TikTok and you've got TikTokers, content creators,
Yeah.
but just that as their pure job. I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
brilliant. Like how you can sit and make content and thousands of people
Like talking
enjoy
to
watching
camera.
you. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's
Or
so
little
cool.
skits.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love skits. Yes.
I liked
Love
your ones of like acting like the lines and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
yes,
so
I
good.
always- I always
I did
like-
those for fun as well.
So, yeah, I always like seeing.
I think you should keep
when
up with
people
those.
Do. Yeah,
Because
definitely.
it's such a niche, not niche, but you get such a target audience.
Yeah.
Like people who are interested
Mm.
are going to be in the industry, and like on TikTok, you want people who are in it,
Yeah.
interested.
You'll be surprised how many companies check your following and stuff like that
Yes.
in order to, because
Yeah.
it's like free marketing for them.
Yes.
Did you say yum? Oh, right.
I said yup.
I thought, oh right.
Yum.
Oh, I thought you went yum, like
Yum.
eat up those followers.
No.
Yum 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 yum
Oh,
yum.
dear.
No, I would
misheard
like to.
that, sorry.
I would like to keep that up, I think.
Yeah, I think
I
you
mean,
should.
in the new year, my plan
It's like
is to get a lot
networking.
of... Yeah, I mean, I need to get some updated bits anyway. So in the new year, I'm hoping to get new headshots and various other things, and
Definitely
I'm doing a
push it.
mocap course, hopefully.
Sweet.
I know, which is very cool. So you get like the video afterwards, and they animate something around your movements.
All right.
To take away, so that's excellent.
Yeah.
And you put it on your Spotlight or whatever platform you use to market yourself.
Mm.
So in the new year, my plan is to get lots of things
Yeah.
that I can then bring to casting directors and be like, hey, please
Yeah,
hire
yeah,
me.
yeah. Is
Definitely.
it is
You
it a
definitely
case
could.
that you have to niche a little bit to like get into stuff? Because obviously when people, obviously you don't want to get typecast or anything, but like
No.
if you're getting into voice acting and they're just, I know this great voice actress,
Yes.
whatever, and then then your specialization comes, and
Yeah.
that's what people will keep getting you in
No,
for,
you
I
thought,
guess.
yes. I think,
Which is a good thing and then a bad thing if you didn't
Yeah.
want to do that, right?
yeah, I think there's, it's difficult because, I mean, I'd like the things I'd like to go into are more niche. So when I first went into training, they asked me and said, oh, so what's your big dream? And I was like, oh, well, I'd like to do this, all these different things.
Then
No,
did
no,
they
no.
keep- ah!
They went, no.
What's your big
You've got to
dream?
think like Broadway, West. And I was like, yeah, but what about the really niche, interesting, small stories and really interesting, like, Ed Fringe, when you have all these incredible actors that start out.
Gonna pretend
Not-
like I know who Ed Fringe is.
I don't even know.
Just
so.
Edinburgh Fringe is where they put things on and various other things.
Oh,
is
I
that
did
not a
think
person?
maybe it was the Fringe
Yeah.
Festival, but maybe I thought it was named after him.
Yeah, so, maybe it is.
No, I think
Ed Fringe?
Edinburgh Fringe.
Edinburgh Fringe? Maybe
But
there
Ed
is an Edinburgh
Fringe.
Fringe.
I have
I
no
don't
idea
know.
what we're talking about.
So she said Ed Fringe.
Yes.
What's Ed Fringe?
It's the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, right?
Yes.
But I also thought it was a person. So
Maybe there
I'm
is
with
an
you
Ed
on that.
Fringe out there. Who knows?
there could be, there probably is.
I bet there is. I
And he's
bet there's
probably like-
actually named after someone.
Stop bringing me. You can't get into the Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
But when you see, so different performers, a lot of people start out during, like, maybe an obscure scene or something, or like a play.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting. And you get some phenomenal actors, and then they go on to maybe West End or that sort of thing. But if you do something smaller, you have to kind of build up your credits as you go along to then
Yeah.
usually get on. It's very rare that you just jump from training into West End or jump
Yeah,
into
yeah,
a
yeah.
musical or jump into...
Unless you've got a famous
play.
dad, it's not.
Unless you're a kind of... Is it Nepo baby? What is
Yeah.
that called?
Yeah,
You introduced me to that word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
that's very true. All the Alfies, they're all called
hard.
Alfie.
I know. I
But
think
then they have to kind of prove their worth, don't they?
Yeah.
And then
No.
Oh yeah, they have to be good. If they're rubbish, then
then
Nah, their dad will just pay to like keep them on.
or like chuck, but they've already been chucked through like the best schooling for the acting.
And because their parents are actors, I think that's quite scary. If you've got a really famous mum and dad, then they're very much, show me how you would do this. You do it, and they're like, I'm like, oh, if I have famous parents and they were like, you're not very good, I'm like
imagine like a really, really world-renowned actor, and you're like, and then they were just like really trying to be good to you, but you could just tell that they were like, oh god, you're not good.
That'd be awful.
Oh, yeah.
If you're doing a scene with them and you're like maybe a background character has a couple of lines.
Maybe play it
this
mute
way?
and blind. And you're like,
and
but then I wouldn't and then I wouldn't say anything. Yeah, that'll work for you. The old mute and blind.
It would help though, because you'd improve. Say if you're acting and your parents were actors, like you would improve massively, because you do get the best teaching because your parents are like from the industry. Whereas I used to show my parents my photography, but like that doesn't happen anymore. But my dad would just be like, cool, like every photo is the same level, like it's like good. There's no bad or good, because they're all like just photos that he would never be able to take or has any interest in. And like, so my mum, she's like, that one's good, and I'm just like, I suppose there's no feedback anymore.
I suppose if you had like a gallery opening or something, that would be your first like Broadway thing, and you'd be like, come to my thing, and if there were loads of people there, then they'd be like, bloody hell, you're like, a really good photographer, aren't you?
I'd never do a gallery. I'd be shit at that.
Yeah, swanning around.
I'd be like, people looking at my work.
I see you're
I'd have to leave.
interested in my picture of a squirrel.
You guys enjoy it. Yeah, you guys enjoy this. I'm
Squirrel
gonna go.
number
I'll be
7.
back later. Don't tell me anything nice, because I will just cringe. Yeah.
No, it's difficult. I mean, I'm very, although I joked earlier, I'm very grateful for my parents. I'm more like, like if I do something, they'll never be like, wow, you're shocking. They won't be awful. But like if I do something, my dad will. So he does the same as me. I laugh at anything. I try not to take myself too seriously.
You definitely don't.
I laugh all the time at anything. Doesn't matter what it is. And dad's like is the same. So if I'm doing something, he'll be watching. He'll go, no, go on. And then he'll start doing. He'll go like this, and I'm like, no. I said, what? Is that not good? He's like, no. It was a choice. Like, that was an interesting choice. And he'll be like, maybe do it this way. I'm like, no. So you hate it? And he's like, no, I don't hate it. He was like, I just think that's not the best way. He'll be very same as my mum. My mum's very supportive, but my mum's also she's a carer, and so whenever I stop sending her stuff as often because she always shows her elderly clients.
And they go, well,
and then
what do they
like,
say?
Well, they sometimes ask us. She goes, oh, like the moment they say, oh, do you have a daughter? Yes, Emmy, she's an actress. She's, so it's nice because she's proud. But she shows all and sundry. You could probably show someone in Tesco. They say, do you have a daughter? Yep.
That's me with my squirrel photos. Like,
let me show you my squirrel.
What do you do in the evening? Squirrels. Get out of squirrel videos.
Standing round like the nut aisle, and then just like someone comes in, and you're like, are you you also grabbing nuts for squirrels?
Yes.
Or because
it's like photos.
Should have seen the excitement the other day when I found monkey nuts in Lidl. It was like, Dan was like, wow, great.
Are those the best performers?
No, I think they're all best
school?
performers. They're not picky
really?
squirrels, but
Are
they
they
do love a monkey nut. I think
what
it's
one got
interesting.
left? You said one left one.
I only left it because it was a very
nut.
greedy squirrel, and it was a single one. And it probably thought it was empty because they're so light.
Right.
So he just chucks it. But yeah,
Ungrateful.
any nuts, all nuts.
Very
They love a
ungrateful.
cashew.
They love cashew.
I love cashews.
They love a cashew.
They also love Tesco meal deals. They stole one once. I think that's why I just don't like.
What, from the shop or from you?
No, from me. So I was sitting in the park
Oh
and I was having a lovely time in my Tesco meal
What,
deal.
a squirrel took it?
Yeah, I came up behind me.
What was it though? Was it really light?
Well,
Like,
oh no, it's like
I can't imagine
sandwiches.
it like putting like a wrap over its shoulder and going, I'm off
No, it was
to eat my tikka
I
wrap.
had my bits and I could hear like rustling and I'm like, ooh, this little squirrel's like in my thing.
So you
No,
fed
yeah.
squirrels too?
Yeah, it was the prawn mayo ones. It's probably not very
Oh
good.
yeah,
Really?
good. I mean,
But
get rid of it.
Well,
It's fine.
cannibals.
I
Well,
know.
kind of. Yeah.
To be fair, if I'm feeding a squirrel over here and I've got my nut packet over there, there is a squirrel in my nut packet. Like,
already like
within
rattling.
minutes.
I bet you're like, taking it home.
No.
Yeah.
Just close
Someone
it
did
up.
say that.
Just
I
be
meet
like,
lots of
"Finally."
friends when I'm squirrel feeding. Like, it's really nice.
She
It's quite-
combines butterfly catching with squirrel feeding. She's just there like
It would be
swinging
cute to
to
have
them.
one as a pet. I reckon that's a future thing. I'll have a pet squirrel. Pet squirrel and a pet budgie I'd like to have.
A budgie.
Yeah. A budgie
Yeah.
or a parrot. A pet
Oh, but they
squirrel.
talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but would that not get annoying? I mean, I say that. I live with my
No,
partner. I
because
No.
that means I wouldn't have to live with anyone. I could just talk to my parrot and then still have a social life.
Nice.
Yeah.
Teach it all the new music and have it start bopping to like
Yeah.
Exactly.
whoever.
I can imagine that. I was not prepared for that.
You're gonna do like your favourite song.
I'm not clipping that one.
Yeah, you clip that.
No.
Add it into the random sounds one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there definitely
Do
is
lots
going to be
of
one of those.
Ringtone. Oh, Ellie's calling me.
Oh, my dad used to have a parrot called Ringo.
Oh, Ringo.
But like
that's
when you
cute.
have certain, when you have like male parrots and female parrots, the female parrots don't like men and the male parrots don't like women.
Oh, wow.
And
How do
Is
they
it
make?
like
Have
people?
Parrot babies.
no,
No, like
I
people.
mean
is it?
people.
Oh.
Yes. My dad's.
How do
I
you
thought
want
that
to
and then I was like,
Huh.
No, yeah, my dad's was female and she hated him.
Oh.
So he had to
Yikes.
get rid of her and gave him to a woman and then she was happy. And
Aw,
I think Ringo's still alive today. She's still going.
Oh, still
yeah.
loving kicking. Cute.
Yeah.
that's mad. For a bird,
They lost.
living
they
for
live a long
20
time,
years
yeah.
or something.
No, longer than that.
Woof.
He
Same
had
as sisters.
Ringo.
Dog noise.
I think 30 years old now. But then I don't know how old Ringo was when he got him. So I don't know.
Mm.
Could be well old by now. But they live like 56 years.
Yeah, dogs live to about, was it 14? I think it's the longest. Probably not. I'm probably like really wrong.
My
But
Rottweiler's
Depends
14.
what cat.
Right,
Depends what dog you get. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess
Yours
so.
is 14. It's pretty old for a dog.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like all grizzled and stuff. Looks up at me.
Grizzled.
Goes, whoa, whoa.
Aww.
Like, wants some of my food. I'm like, no. I'm on a diet anyway.
My cat lived to 17.
Oh.
Wow, yeah.
I don't know about my other
That's a
cat,
long
Honey,
time.
but she was really old. But, you know, when they're straying and they go to Cats Protection, they can never tell how old they are.
Oh,
But they always lie. Like, that's a
Yeah.
warning. Like, they will always say, oh, it's like 2-3 years old. They're not. They're 8, 9.
Oh, they say that to
To
get
get-
you to get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
you
they're
to
like,
get them.
yeah,
No,
78.
they're old. They've got
Oh.
problems, kidney issues. They
Yeah.
need to be on
Oh, it's
medication
not
every
like
day.
crumbling and-
Yeah, it's just to kind of get you to adopt them. But it works.
Oh. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're like, oh.
Yeah.
And then you
Oh,
have
you've
them,
been
you're like,
through a tough life. She
Yeah.
had, honestly, she had a ripped up chin. Like, she'd been through car crashes and, like,
Cat
ear
bites.
scars. Yeah. I mean, there was no way she was like...
cat.
Yeah.
She was, honestly.
Was she driving?
Damn.
And she was... Because she was stray, she died from...
Aw.
scavenging in the bins. My dad thought she just went missing and like walked off, but he found her in the bin.
Oh.
Probably looking for my hamsters.
It is awful. No, she was just being a scavenger cat. Like she was a little stray, wild
Aw.
little thing, and yeah, found her in the
Poor
bin.
thing.
Poor little cat.
Oh.
R.I.P. Honey. Anyway,
Aw.
end it on a positive note.
Yeah.
Thanks, Emmy,
Beautiful.
for coming on.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
No, it's been really good. I can't wait to see the stuff from the shoot. Where can
Yeah.
people find you? Well, they can find you in Norfolk on
yes,
the
for
train.
2 months on the train and
So that's
What
all
are
the
you
way through
doing on
Christmas.
the train?
performing.
As
So,
what?
as what? What do you mean?
But like, what do you
Oh,
perform as?
so you know in did you say you see? So so in
There
the
are
Polar Express they
yeah.
have the chefs that come out and bring the hot chocolate.
Right.
So I'm doing all the dancing and singing down the middle with
Wow.
trays of hot chocolate and various other things.
I'm assuming not carrying because that would be.
No, I think
A
I would
health hazard, wouldn't it?
scold some poor
Oh,
child.
not real hot chocolate.
No, so you do get real hot chocolate.
But not
but
while-
not on
You're
the train.
pretending. Oh,
Yeah,
got
yeah.
ya.
Secret. But yeah, so when I'm flipping trays around, it's not going to land and donk some poor child on the head.
Oh my god, have
That'd
you had
be
loads of
awful.
training for it?
Not yet, no. So
When
we've
do you go
been
for
given
training?
the footage to learn. So all of the dances, the singing, some of
They
the acting.
give you the section of the film,
No, so they've
or
it's-
or what they've done before.
yeah. So it's basically been
Right.
written with the guidance of the film. So Warner Brothers is in tow with it. But yes, we've got that, and then I start rehearsals on Monday.
Oh, that's so fun.
I know.
Yeah.
And then I shall have about a week, and then we have the live dress run, and then 2 months of Christmas.
I've always wondered as well. So like
It's so long.
Yeah.
It's so long.
With these types of things. So I've done Lapland UK, and we're going to do it this year as well.
Yeah, it's
that's like a bit like that, but
Yes.
like a big open area. Everyone
Yeah.
like dresses up, and you can't break their character. They're like, woohoo! I'm an elf. Follow me. And
Kids
then you
will
follow
try.
them, right? But the kids obviously go for it.
Yes.
But then you must look up and just be like, don't make eye contact with any of the parents because
Oh no, we're told to
they're
with the parents.
miserable. Like
Yeah, no,
just
if
sat
the
there going,
parents are sitting there like that, I will gun for a parent.
I think it's important, yeah.
And
It's
do
hot
my
chocolate,
little
sir.
thing. I
And then
will.
just
I
swirl
have
them
a whole
stuff.
character
Yeah,
ready
you've
as
got
well.
to try and make them feel like they're living their little
Yeah.
childhood as well.
A lot of the parents quite like the one because it's on a moving train, so the train goes from station to
Right.
station.
Oh, nice.
So everyone boards on. You have, oh god, like 14 to 20 carriages, I think.
Oh right.
It's a big old steam train as well, like one of the really old-fashioned ones, a bit like the Harry
Oh,
Potter
wow.
Hogwarts Express one.
You're gonna get motion sickness.
I know that was one of my fears. I was like, oh god, because I do get motion sickness. So hopefully, all the excitement and the adrenaline will make me fine. But if
Yeah.
not, I'll have some sicky
Yeah.
tablets. Could you
Right.
imagine? I'm
Yeah.
some more child.
Who's for hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate cookies and a bit of chunk ice.
Yeah.
That's so grim.
So yeah, I'm doing that for 2 months, which is exciting.
Yeah, that's gonna be wicked.
Yeah. It'll be very exciting, but I will gun for any parents that look grumpy. I have a whole character thought out. My name is going to be Puff Pastry, because I'm a chef. And I'm going to be the very distant removed cousin of Snap, Crackle and Pop.
How
The Rice Krispies.
like strict you gonna be? Not breaking character. Like
Very strict.
Very strict.
You have to be really strict.
right.
So because it's in tow with Warner Brothers and everything else, you have like a reputation to uphold. So you've
Imagine
got to
if
be
they
really
just
careful.
saw you at the station. Like,
Yeah, exactly. You got to be really careful.
That's true.
So if obviously
You should
kids
film
try and ask anything.
your behind the scenes of doing it if
I
you're
want
allowed.
to. Yeah, you're allowed to. I mean, we can take videos and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. I mean, on the train, I mean, I've got quite a lot of my family coming on one of the days.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
they've
okay.
got to film you doing it.
So you're allowed to film whatever you want, and obviously not with your phone.
Yeah.
But your parents, your family, partners can all film, which is lovely. And obviously we can do behind the scenes and film little bits. I'll take my little camcorder with me.
Do it. Oh, that's
When
gonna
I'm
be
on the
so
train.
fun. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
That's gonna be really
I'm very
fun.
excited. And then hopefully in the new year, lots of
yeah.
things. Hopefully.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, that'd be
Thanks.
awesome. We will follow you with everything we've got.
Thank you.
Right. Well, thanks for watching another episode. Like, follow, subscribe, do the dingle thing, the bell, Bing.
The dingle
Notifications,
thing.
and see you next time.